Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live, the ISLES All-Stars. This is where we kick it off. This is a brand new season that is going to kick off Monday night, and you guys know how we do it. We usually do 2 play tests, and tonight is going to be the closest to the real thing. So you might, wow, why are we playing at Sly? Tonight we are playing at Sly, and Sly will get the home field advantage. So Team Sly and Team Ark are combined. That means the water is bad. You do not want to fall in the water. And if you're Mir and Vox, that means your bosses are starting out at 90% of their total. So you guys are going to get a taste of it tonight. Yes, there are prizes on the line. It's not too serious. Have fun with it. But this is going to give you a little bit of an indication. And again, don't play your hand if you're sliding. You don't have to play everything that you're going to do. But at least this is going to be good for Vox because we know Vox is playing here tomorrow night. So it is going to give Vox a feel of what it's going to be like being on the road. And it's going to give Sly a little bit of that indication of going first. And again, it is going to be Team Sly and Ark are going to be going first. And then we'll rotate back and forth. I'll give you guys the starting lineups in a little bit. Everything is on limits. So if you guys want to go to the dungeon, if you want to go to the portal, we're going to do Shake the Tree tonight. We're going to do Squid Grid. We got everything lined up for you guys. So here's the only thing to keep in mind, because normally you're only going to get to play one cyborg. So tonight, each team must play a cyborg in round 3 and also again in round 4. Okay? So you're going to play 2 cyborgs. You can't play both of them in the same round. I don't care when you play it, but you do have to play, each team has to play one cyborg in round 3. You can play Mir, you can play Arks first, you can play Mirs first. I don't care what goes in 3. And in Team Sly and Ark, you can play whatever. Okay? You can play Slies first, you can play Arks first. Makes no difference to me how you guys do it. So you guys ready to see tonight's bundle? We got some good stuff for you guys tonight. I was reminded, and this is why she's a gear geek, right? We had set up the Venom legs, and then we had canceled one of the events a couple weeks ago. So Valar pointed out that the Venom set was not complete. So tonight, what we're going to do, and this is limit 1 bundle. So I'm going to show you guys tonight's bundle. It's really good. One, you guys know these Saturday bundles are where you get all of your bonus skins anyway. But I'm also, if you missed out as a patron or anything else, look, here it is. You are also going to get a Savage Mask. Some people might have 2. One of you guys might actually have 3 Savage Mask. That means you can already make an Epic 2 Savage Mask and start to get your upgrades. But again, do not send me any upgrades tomorrow. This bundle will show up on your inventory, but don't do any additional upgrades until you get your inventory tomorrow evening. So here's what you guys got tonight. We've got Gold Summon Skins, Energy Orb, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, ASC, Elixir of Iron, Razor Runes. Razor Runes has been only in this bundle lately if you guys haven't noticed. So Razor Runes mainly in the Saturday night special if you guys want that upgrade. 2 Cadets, Mania, Elixir bonus XP, Mythic Summon Skins. Look at all the skins in this bundle. This is why it's so good for a $50 bundle. We've also got Quad XP, Mirror Smoke. We've got Red Summon Skins, Super 8. Going to give you guys, that's right, don't forget, hey, Dragon Scale. The Dragon Scale is what's really, really good in this because there's only a few of them left. You guys saw this Dragon Scale. So again, if this is the second one for a lot of people, I don't know if you guys were expecting this tonight, but surprise if you weren't. So you're getting one of the very, very rare. We've had Queen's Tear, we've had King's Might, and we also have the Dragon Scale. So that is a B20 gem included in tonight. And if you love PvE, this gets you out of the gate because Savage Gear is the best PvE gear ever created. So there's Venom legs. Venom is the second best gear. So you combine 2 sets of Venom legs. You put them on the Savage legs later on. But again, the Savage Mask, the difference between a Savage Mask and the Venom Mask, Savage Mask is H120, D120. So it's going to help you guys a lot in your PvE. I see Busy Bee picking up tonight. I see the Animal picking up tonight. So not only is this great for PvE, but look at all the abilities that you have to upgrade. And that Dragon Scale. Here's the thing with the Dragon Scale. If you don't want to use it, don't. If you want to save that, later on we start burning NFTs, and you want to have a collection of a Queen's Tear, a King's Might, and a Dragon Scale, you may not want to use this Dragon Scale. When we're in the metaverse and you've got your own list of items, you may want to display this because it's a nice looking gem as well. So these are collectible, but also usable. Now, if you get multiple of them, then you might want to use one and then collect one. So, all right, but look at the other stuff in here. Bio Red, Bio Blue, Havoc, Infernal, Ruby, Infernal Sapphire, Glyph of Valor, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Onyx, Prime, Iconic, Epic, and Stellar. That's right, including your Mythic and your Red Summon skins and your Gold. I think that's 11 skins in this bundle. 11 upgrade skins. Pretty crazy. So, we got, Dow's is jumping on that Savage gear. Absolutely. Dow's a gear geek. And Father Ron, for Trigger and myself, let's have fun tonight. Go Mirren Box. I love it. All right. And Kel, there was a whole lot of people that messaged Kel as well. So Kel, can you give me tonight's list? It is a really good list. And again, we said it is limit 1 per player. But there are some people that might want to pick up for their faction and drop the extra skins, drop the extra items into the faction bank. So is it Mox versus Slark, or is it Arlie versus Veer? I don't know how I came up with Arlie, but Arlie might be the weakest combo. I think Slark does sound better than Arlie. Mox and Arlie. You know what? I'll go with it. Why not? All right, we'll get Kel's list. And again, big thanks to all of you guys. It's not often you get a chance to pick up a PvE set from piece number 1. And as you guys know, we rolled this Savage Mask out at the Max Awards. So those that got into the Max Awards, you're already up to like H130, H140, something like that. Those that didn't, you got the very first piece of Savage gear. So congratulations to all of you. And again, the Venom legs as well. They're the best legs in the game that are out right now. So we've got Trigger, Dimes, Jim, B-Dub, Cap, Bones, Valar, J-Law, Craven, E-Beach, Jules, Ron, Dow, Animal, Football, Busy, Rajian, Tiny, Arcbank, Mirrorbank, Kel. I think this is probably, because we used to give people a chance to buy 2. But since we stopped doing that, this might be the biggest group of Saturday night specials we've had. So awesome start. There's a lot of hype with the Isles. Okay, so before we get into tonight's match, I'm going to say just 1 or 2 more things, and then we're going to play, because I really want to play and play test it. As you guys know, I'm head over heels right now in inventory. I'm at a really good spot, probably about 60% of it done today, so it does look pretty good for tomorrow. But in doing that, look, Dow's picking up for the art bank as well. In doing that, there are also some other things that I had to do. One, we got some class changes. So I had to get the new avatars up for you guys. But the biggest thing of all the things that I've worked on the last 3 or 4 days is the Isle. The Isle and Faction Wars is our baby. It is our flagship PvP experience. So the better that is, and the more fair it is, and the more competitive it is, and the more fun it is, that really resonates with every other type of PvP. Look, I know we can always just put a map up there, we can clash it. I know we can swarm raid, all of those things. I know that we can do boss battles. I know our Friday night story is exceptional. But I got to tell you, Faction Wars is really, it's the strategy, it's the teamwork, it's the ups and downs, it is planning for your opponent. It is the most competitive, and every time we do a new one, there's pressure on me to come up with a better map, better mini games, more competition, and I got to tell you guys, I think we got it. I think we've got it. So tonight, I am pleased to give you guys the most of the Isles we've gotten so far, and I think you'll see enough of it tonight to really understand how it's going to go Monday night, Wednesday night. I know some teams are going to be a little risky tonight. I know some teams are going to do some things that they may not do. But also tonight, you're going to see how it potentially could play out. So here we go, everybody. We are not doing pre-match buffs, but I am going to ask the following players: Cat, Fly, Trigger, Ron, Valar, Dimes, Julia, Craven. I need you to put in chat right now what you're going to put Elysium on. Okay? I don't need the health. I don't need the extra buffs. I need to know what you are going to put Elysium on. And you can only use a maximum of 2. You can only use 2. You can't use 3 Eli's now because we don't have other stuff. All right, so those playing tonight, you're going to see in chat what you can't really take away from people. So just make a note of it. And they're probably going to be pretty standard. You guys expect most of this, but you're going to see some new items. So you see Trigger now with an Arc Mask. You know, Craven has a Max Mask now. He didn't put Eli on the Max Mask. Just saying. See, Ron's going to tape down that Dark Shadow. Julia's got the Dark Wargo now. Dimes, of course, going to put Eli on the Fuse. Shaman Sheila with the Eclipse. Bones with the Cape of Craven. Tiny's going to go Cosmic Heart and Sega. Animal on the Evoke. Fly Rod on the Judas. All right, so if you're playing tonight, just go ahead and put that Eli in there. All right, without further ado, look, we're going to play at least 4 rounds. We might play a little bit longer. We'll see how it goes. But we're at least going to get a first half under our belt. So here we go. Here is tonight's starting lineup. Go ahead, you guys can keep putting that in there. I'm going to do my best to keep up. There's a lot that I have to keep up with this season. Player control points, moves, scores. So this is a good test for me tonight to at least get some of it. But there's going to be a lot more. So here's the swamp. This is going to be the finished version. We've tweaked it a little bit. But this is the version that you're going to see tomorrow night, everybody. Enjoy. This is the Sly Swamp, complete with walls, complete with boats, with straw men. This is what it's going to look like. So tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Leading off, number 1, for Team Slark, we've got Craven Light in the rover position. Craven Light's going to be followed across the way by Trigger in the bomber position. Trigger's going to be followed by Julia in the bomber position. A little different tonight. Julia will be followed by Fly Rod in the tank position. Fly will be followed by Deadly Dimes in the tank position. Then we go to Father Ron in the DZ. Ron will be followed by Valar in the opposing DZ. And Cat will be in the rover position, finishing it all off. So that's what we got. Craven Light, you're on the clock. I'm going to give you 15 seconds. And again, you have to use your cyborg in 3 and again in 4 unless somebody turns it off and doesn't allow you to use it. Oh boy, he's taking Trigger in the dungeon. Turn number 1. We're wasting no time. Okay, there are new dungeon rules. So this I will need you to kind of pay attention to. All right, let me also say, some people may not like this, but this is the rule. If there is a legendary effect on you, and you go into the dungeon, that legendary effect wears off until you come out of the dungeon, okay? For example, if Craven has a Cape of Craven and has turned himself into a tank, when he goes into the dungeon, he goes in as his regular class, and when he comes out, the effect will take shape again. Everybody got that? Hopefully, yes. Legendary effects temporarily pause when you go into the dungeon. All right, so we have a battle of two snipers. Neither one is buffed. Both do have absorption. Now, I am not going to make you go back through the maze. So here is the maze. You guys missed it the other night, okay? This will be different tomorrow night. But we're just going to say, for sake of argument, that neither team got it right, okay? So neither team is buffed. So I'm not going to give either one of you a buff. So it is 0-0. Now, in normal circumstances, Trigger might have beat Craven here, and she might have gotten a buff, and she may have won the mind. Craven may have done the same thing. He may have gotten it. But you've already seen this, so I didn't recreate the map. But I am going to take you to the new dungeon and explain to you how it works, and then we'll get Craven's turn. So here it is, everybody. This is the new dungeon, and it's pretty hot. Okay, dungeon rules. As you can see, both players start at the top of the dungeon. Now, each hit will lower you a level. So, for example, let's say Craven gets hit. He will go down to the ledge. And let me bring Trigger in here. I was expecting Craven to take Ron. That's why I had Ron already loaded. I was close. All right, let's say Trigger gets hit. This is the ledge. In the dungeon, both players start at the same level. There is no mind, body, and soul, and you're higher than the other person. But here's the thing. If you get hit a second time, you get knocked down on this meat hook. And you will take D10 non-healable while you are in the dungeon. So that means your maximum health can only be 90. So if you're at 90 and they're at 80, you win. But you can't go back to 100. All right, that's 2 hits. A third hit knocks you down to the saw. That's another D10. So now the environment is actually doing damage to you. So as you get knocked down, that's 20 points of damage. If you get hit another time, then you go back to the top. But you keep your current health. So that's the way the soul works. So the maze is the points you get going through the maze. The body is the damage that you inflict on someone. And the soul is who has fell the fewest times. Again, this is 4, 3, 2, 1, back up to 4. Everybody clear? No legendaries. And you might want to prevent falling because falling is very bad. So there are ways, if you're smart, that you can prevent some things to keep you from falling faster, or if you have more health, you can fall later and take the damage later. So if you have a prevention, you may want to prevent. If you have another ability, then that's up to you. Okay. Now the next question is probably going to be, does the meat hook break your seals? Does the saw break your seals, etc.? Do they break your absorption if you're absorbed? Was that the next question before we start? Everybody seems to get it. The answer is yes, they do break your seals. Yes. More than likely, the attack would. All right, Craven Light. It is 0-0. You're up. Craven, go ahead and get your move in. Again, you're not going to see the dungeon every time you guys play. All right, going to Steel Trigger Psycho. I should have had a stasis loaded. I should have known that was coming. All right, so let's go and let's give her a stasis. Gonna steal her Psycho. F5 standard ammo, red gel from Law Dog. It hits. All right, it's gonna knock her down one level. She also has absorption. So absorption is going to take 20 of that, and we're going to take trigger down to 92%. Trigger your move. Remember, both players, because of their gear, they start with absorption. There's still MBS, Julie J. The portal's still there. But you can pick either or. All right. Trigger going to drop Seal. Going to steal Craven Psycho. And going to hit him with standard ammo, red gel, knock him down a rung. And breaks his absorption. Craven takes no damage, but he does take the shot. All right, Craven Light, your move. Final move for Craven Light. It is a legend. Trigger, you have to use a different weapon. Nope, it's still a legendary. No legendaries can be used. All right, you guys are about to see something here. Once you got to go through her inventory, she's like, I got to have another weapon. Hey, is it me or did all the non-legendary weapons become a lot more important all of a sudden? You guys are about to see what makes the dungeon really, really cool. I mean, we got brace pistols, we got Diablo pistols. All right. So instead, she's going to throw an F5 denim. So the F5 denim is going to hit. And again, it's a denim. I'm going to give her 1%, okay? Just to break the absorption. And it barely does. So Craven, you're at 99%. Now, here's the reason why that's important. She used an F5. Because if she would have switched to a different weapon that wasn't a Wrath, she probably would have not done enough damage to overlap over the absorption. So if you've got weak weapons and you hit somebody for like 10, then it will break their absorption. But if she wouldn't have done at least a point of damage, Craven Light would still be up here. So now you can see kind of how that works. All right, Craven Light, your final move. Craven, 99%. Trigger, 92%. All right, he's going to go Red Maverick to Trigger. Red Maverick going to break her seal. They're going to knock her down to the Meat Hook. Meat Hook's going to take her down to 82. M7 standard ammo. Ooh, from the Law Dog. All right, no absorption on this one. All right. M7 standard ammo from the Law Dog. This one's going to hit a little bit harder. Trigger, very good gear. Craven, nice upgrade on the Law Dog. Going to take her all the way down to 52%. And it's also going to hit her again and put her on the Saw, which is going to take her down to 42%. And the maximum she can heal up to is 80. Trigger, your move. You're at 42%. Craven's at 99%. He's 2 levels above you. You guys can also see how the dungeon becomes a penalty too, because now if you come out and if you've been hit twice, The maximum you can come out of the dungeon at is 80%. So it does give the attacking team a little bit of an advantage too, because now when you come out, you can go back up to 100 if you heal above it. But you potentially could come out at 80. All right, she's going to play Vines and Grog. Vines and Grog. All right, Grog is going to be nerfed, but it is going to bring her back up to 54%. Craven's going to get the meat hook, and the Vines going to take him down to 79%. All right, Craven Light. We tied the maze. Craven Light wins the body. Craven Light wins the soul in the first ever test of the dungeon. Craven Light in his quest to become the Dungeon Master. Team Slark, first move. Getting 200. All right, we would go to Trigger. We're skip Trigger and go to Julia. Julia, your move. Now, Trigger would be out next turn, so they'll be able to catch up. All right, Julia's going to cameo up to the temple. That is a beautiful temple up there, isn't it? Going to go boss to Main Street. Going to drop a pet repel. And you cannot play Rapture loaded to the wall because this is not a neutral field. Remember, you have the home field advantage. You're going to throw a Rapture to the straw man? All right, red gel to the straw man. All right, Team Mox. Julia trying to light the first straw man. Moonshot says it hits. All right, let's go from Julia over to Fly Rod. It doesn't. She typed red gel below it. Moon, do you want to stop it? She changed it to red gel. But if you want to stop it, you can. All right, I'm going to red Psycho. All right, so Moon's going to play red Psycho. Psychos are down here, by the way, on the rocks. So Moon's going to play the first red Psycho. It's going to break Julia's absorption. All right, let's go to Fly Rod. Fly Rod, you're up. Remember, there's no boss net. Boss nets are long gone. We got Fly, Dimes, Ron, Valar, and Cat. Gonna go balls to their chest. And gonna Inferno the straw man. All right, so Julia playing boss in 1 will cap in 3. Fly rod, boss in 1 will also cap in 3. Been a while since we've seen that, right? Somebody, red, blue from Julia. Okay. Red, blue. Gonna break Fly Rod's absorption. Let's go to Deadly Dimes. Dimes, you're up. Yep, Joe. Psychos are down here on the rocks. Blues over on the side. Marty's are hanging down from the island here. And Ellie is on the walkway. This map is very good because it fits everything that we need very well. Got your stasis up there, your wards. And while we're waiting on Dimes, you guys missed it. How about a little round of applause? Look at the brand new avatar for the animal. For the football master. For Kel. And for the shaman. And you'll be seeing them come in and play shortly. All right, Dime's going to go balls to their chest. Going to play Pet Repel. S6 Rapture to the wall. Fly Rod is going to Judas it to the other wall. Come on, Dimes. You don't throw no grenades with Mir in the house. Come on. Tell me it hits. Tell me it hits. We want to see that blue teardrop. And go ahead and write it on your calendar now, because wall damage is going to be a big thing in the Isle. You can already see it. Second blue of the game burned by Team Slark. They only got 1 blue remaining. Fly Rod is going to take 10 from this one, though, because his absorption got hit on the last one. All right, let's go from Dimes over to Father Ron. Don't do it, Ron. Just don't. Hey, Craven, how happy are you that you can come out of that dungeon and still have your legendaries? Is that cool or what? Come on, Ron. Everybody in the world knew what you were going to do. I can already tell you what they're going to do. All right, Ron is going to DZ portal. Going to turn Valar into a medic. Can't I ring, Ron, because you already used Mask of Malice, genius? Ron getting knocked into the Sly Swamp. Oh! Take that damage, Ron. Feel the burn. He was going to I-ring it. He's like, wait, what? I don't get 2 legendaries? Come on, Ron. Ron, the first person feeling the burn of the Sly Swamp, and it burns. Oh, does it burn. All right. I'm going to give Miss Mythic Kang. All right, are you preventing? Are you preventing the gold Ellie damage? Or are you preventing the acid from the Sly Swamp? All right, so you're preventing the 20, but you can't prevent the knockback. So he's still getting knocked back from the damage. It's a 0 damage effect. All right, so Mythic Kang to the boss. All right. And that's Fly Rod's boss, and his boss started at 90. Ron playing Mythic Kang could be worth 63. All right. So Ron, here's what happens. All right, Ron goes over, turns Valar into a medic. Then he goes to stab her. Gold Ellie charges in, and Gold Ellie's going to give him a knockback and do 20 points of damage and break his absorption. Cat is going to prevent the 20 from Gold Ellie, but the knockback still happens. It's still going to knock him into the Sly Swamp. And he has no absorption because of the Gold Ellie. It's going to take Ron down to 90. So Ron is burning in the swamp. And he will burn every turn he's in the swamp. All right, so let's go from Ron over to Valar the medic. And how many people think that Busy killed it with the Sly Swamp? I mean, is that some cool swampiness or what? One does not just walk into the Sly Swamp and dark shadow people. And as I said, the home field advantage really is how you guys use the water around the islands. That can be a huge, huge benefit. So we already know Fly Rod's boss is at 90%. Starts at 90%. Doesn't affect Kang's. Ray's probably like, yeah, but that yellow on the island kind of looks like the Lakers. So he's like, Ray's going to make that look like Crypto.com Coliseum. It's like we got a little Laker gold in there. All right. Valar the medic going to go gold nitro to Ron. Guess who doesn't have an eye ring? All right. Gold nitro to Ron. Go put some mirrors. Oh, boy. You done made him mad now, Ron. Wow. this is going to get crazy. All right. And they're going to max spark you. Oh, my. Ron. They are gold nitro, mirror smoke, going to max spark you into the water. And a S6 Cosmic Predator. All right, Moon playing Psycho. Final Psycho of the game for Team Mox. Valar, Psycho's going to break your absorption because I'm sure it's red. Ron, you're max spark, so you are slowed in the water. And the gold nitro is going to take you down to 80. All right, let's go from Valar over to Cat. Cat, your move. All right, so Cat's going to go to their DZ. Climb on up. Quarter turn for the climb. Ion Valar out of the DZ. Going to Talon Ron. All right. We'll Talon Ron up here. An Inferno Grenade to the Straw Man. And just like that, and Valar's going to play red-blue. Final blue for Team Slark. All right. And Cat losing her absorption. Okay, so at the end of round number 1, everybody, we got a good one. We got a couple blues out there, or a couple bosses out there. We just flipped the DZ. So, Team Slark is going to get a blessing. They also have won the dungeon. So they got 200 points from the dungeon. Nobody got any wall damage off, but not a lot of blues left. So one team going bosses and temple, and Team Mox was able to flip the DZ, which means they got 75 points to 0. What they also got is they get a little check mark because Ron has been in the DZ 1 round. Cat has been in the DZ 1 round. So if the game ended right now, actually she did. Okay, my bad. Valar used the blackout wand, which means there is, oh, look at that. Cat's ion just got nullified. I did not see that. Valar used the blackout wand, which means there's no DZ points in this round. Epic, epic play, Valar. Well done. All right. In addition, here is the ruling. If no points are given, then you do not get credit for occupancy. Okay? So no scoring, no credit. So at this point, Cat and Ron are both there, but nobody has gotten any credit for the DZ because no scoring points has been given. All right, so it is still 0-0. So Valar, nice blackout wand move. Really bought you a little bit of time with the ion. All right, so Ron and Cat are still there. The blessing still happens. We go to round number 2. Round number 2, we go to Craven Light. He is stuck inside the dungeon. We go to Trigger. Trigger comes out, and you guys may remember, she's got stasis. All right, Trigger, round number 2. She's going to go heal and seal. Going to go Mythic Kang to Fly Rod. All right, so Mythic Kang could get her another 63. Ron's got one out. Trigger's got one out. All right. Something just happened. Hold on. All right. Heal and seal, Mythic Kang. I'm going to give you the temple because it's an all-star match. But I'm going to remind you guys, if you don't type movement first, yes, you can. And you just lost your challenge. No more challenges, thank God. From Craven, Tammy, and Julia. There's a lot of challenges going on with that team. You guys know movement is first. So if you don't type movement first and you forget, I'm not going to give you credit for the move. Everybody understand that? So this season, if it's, oh shit, I forgot, then that's part of the game. If you move first and it's a seal or a spark or something and we have not got damage resolution, I may allow you to play the smoke or the spark. But if it's movement, I'm not going to give you the movement. And the reason I would allow you to do the other things is because it happens secondary. Now, if another team has already says it hits, and then you try to get in another play, a seal or a spark or something, I'm not going to allow it once we get to resolution. But movement is the first thing. So if you play a move and you forget the movement, and another team is already deciding what they're going to do, it's going to cost you guys. So be cognizant of it when you guys type your move. Absolutely. I get it. You can do it in a hurry, but the beauty of Play Dead Live is that the hurry is what makes you make mistakes. And those mistakes are what other people capitalize on. So, again, it's an all-star game, so I'm going to let it fly because we're here to have some fun. But you're going to heal and seal, Mythic Kang the Fly Rod's boss. We're going to let her move to the temple, and S6 rapture to the wall. All right. Team Slark, does the rapture hit? All right, it hits. Oh boy. All right, Rapture's going to teardrop. Okay. And I'm just joking with you guys. Tonight, you guys can challenge as much as you want because I really want you guys to keep me focused. So keep the challenges coming because if I make a mistake, I want to correct it. All right. So one more time before I do damage resolution. Everybody in this stream, if you understand what I'm saying about movement, give me a 999. I only saw 2 people do it. So I want to make sure this gets back to every faction. Every faction. So people don't even try it. That way, when we go to it, you don't say, just forget it. I can't move now. I would rather you guys just admit and own it rather than we do it. So I want to make sure this gets to Arc, this gets to Vox, this gets to Sly, this gets to Mirror. The people not here. All right, and if somebody does it, feel free to call me out on it and say, kills, they typed that in a separate line and we already said hits. They should not get that movement. And I'll say, okay, you're right. Because old habits die hard. I may look at it and say, okay, let's move it, but call it out. If everybody knows and we all work on it, then we'll get it fixed and we'll clean up some of the gameplay. Because we are lenient with some things. We don't want to penalize everybody. And again, if it's not a movement issue and the other team's still thinking, and you say, oh, I forgot my heal and seal, drop your heal and seal quickly. I'll give you that. like I said, I'll be a lot more lenient on smokes and sparks and potions than we are on movement. Okay. Now, don't call me out on smokes and sparks because that's still my discretion. So there is no real hard and fast rule. It's based on game flow. If I feel like somebody got it in on time, I'm going to allow the smoke. I'm going to allow the attack or the defense. Okay. Anyway, everybody gets it. We understand that. Let's go back to the damage. Trigger, getting the teardrop on the wall, also getting S6 Rapture, Savage 6. Black, green, green. Black, green, and green. And 50% blue. Pretty good shot there. Nice opener. 3.5 blocks. And a teardrop. All right. We go from Trigger over to Julia. Julia, you're up. You got a boss on Main Street. And who had the second boss? Was that you, Dimes? All right, so Dimes, boss in 1, cap in 3. All right, Julia is going to leave the temple. Run up to Ron, who is in the mirror smoke. She's going to turn into a priest. Going to send Red Kang over to her boss. Red Kang could be worth 50. And that's a good question. Yep, Ron moved out of mirror smoke. Mirror smoke is gone. Because he only had one of the max sparks, and they taloned him out. All right, so Julia, chill and thrill. And Ron, because he was moved out of the mirror smoke, he is surrounded by chill and thrill. The S8 ashes is going to be prevented. Ron using his prevention. Oh, I know what else I need too. I need the wand map. Because we used a blackout, I got to get the symbols on the scoreboard so you guys can see which wands have been used. One more thing to work on. All right. All right, so Julia moved to Ron, Chill and Thrill. Now Ron has been Max Spark and Shield. Ron, you got about 25% of your movement speed left. All right, let's go from Julia over to Fly Rod. Fly Rod's going to jump into Battleship. Red Kang to his boss. Red Kang could be worth 50. Fly Rod is going M7 Rapture loaded to the wall. Do you see it, Moon? Team Slark, Fly Rod is throwing an M7 Rapture at the wall, and he also gets a +2 in rage from the boat. So it is equivalent to an S9. No, you'll see a cannonball. All right, Julia's going to prevent it. Fly Rod did just get 25 points. For Team Mox, grabbing the cannonball. All right, jumps into ship. Thrill Smoke gets the Red Kang, and the Rapture is stopped. All right, remember he gets that extra 2 in rage. Let's go from Fly Rod over to Deadly Dimes. Dimes jumping into Battleship. Gonna Apostle Ron for damage. Gonna go Mythic Kang to Main Street Boss. Dimes with a Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Oh, she's gonna drive on over, Ron. All right, so And movement is similar to the map, okay? So she can move about half the map. Fly Rod moved about half the map to the wall. So she is in range. All right, so the Apostle's going to go through. The shot would have been a Seal and Thrill with an extra E2. So Dimes is looking at about a Enraged 10 shot from Fuse with Mind Melt. That's crazy. Fly Rod stops it. But the Apostle still takes the highest stat of the game and is going to directly deal damage to Ron. Going to take Ron. Ron's very well geared. Going to take Ron from 80% down to 59%. Ron is slowed from the chill effect. Ron's at 59. Dimes missing with the shot because Fly Rod preventing it. All right, let's go from Dimes over to Ron. Ron, you're up. We got Ron, Villar, and Kat, and we're going to bring in some subs. All right, Ron is going to activate the Synergy Wand. Red Stasis to Villar. When was the rebirth used? Because if so, I missed it. I don't remember seeing Villar use Blackout. All right. So Ron, using the Synergy Wand for H10, and again, you can't use it if you're already at 100. You can't just burn it. All right, now one of the Nirvana Wands have been used. It's also going to go Heal and Seal. Now remember, the wand does not count as a heal. It is a health gain. So basically that wand would take him up to 69. But if he had some effect on him, or a poison or something, that Synergy Wand would not get rid of that effect. The Heal and Seal and the Whiskey would. All right, so overall, Ron back to 100%. The Heal and Seal take him to 79. The Whiskey take him back to 100. All right, let's go from Ron over to Villar. And Villar, you now have a red stasis to deal with. Got Julia and Ron in one DZ, Cat in another DZ. So we got Villar, then we got Cat. All right, Villar's going to move to Temple. Now, Villar, you have Cameo, but unfortunately you didn't tell me Cameo. So I got to charge you all of that movement. Going to go Dust to Cat. And she's going to light a straw man. But she just moved, played a Dust and straw man. All good. All right, Cat, your move. Final move of round number 2. Going to go Mythic Kang to Fly Rod's boss. Man, that boss has got some company. Look at that. Could be another 63. And drop a seal. And Denim to the straw man to put out the flame. And you guys can't stop it anyway, so we're going to put out the flame. You got nothing for it. All right, at the end of the round, this is what we got. We got 1 blessing and 1 blessing. DZ. Okay, this is where you guys got to start to pay attention to the DZ. So the DZ would be 25 points to 0. Now, in normal circumstances, all of these players would be accumulating. So Cat, 1 round in the DZ. Ron, 1 round in the DZ. Julia, 1 round in the DZ. So, if the game ended right now, they would all share 150 points. So it'd be about, 83 points apiece. But here's what we're going to do, just to make it fair and to save time. So I need 5 substitutes from each team. So you're going to substitute in for a different player and exactly where they are on the field. So I want to get everybody a couple of rounds in. And Tammy, we're going to do alts secondary. So I'd rather get Sheila, Joe, Busy, Dow, and Bones. And I'll just sub you in for another person and show you how that's going to work. All right, so we're going to get, so give me a 999. Sheila, Animal, Busy, Dow, and Bones if you're all here. And on the other side, Julie J, B-Dub, Samurai, Moon, and Football. We'll give Kel a little bit of a break. We'll get her in last because I know she's had a rough day. So Kel kind of be coaching a little bit. All right, so I got Busy, Dow, Sheila. I need Animal and Bones. All right, so it looks like we got no Joe, no Amy. Is that correct? Oh, there's Amy. All right, we're going to bring Tiny in then. All right, we'll bring Kel in. We'll bring Football in, put him on the boat. Oh, Animal's here. All right, let's get rid of Tiny. Bring Animal. I'll get you guys in a second. Julie J coming in for Ron. And also getting his seal. Moon coming in for Cat. Also getting her dust smoke and her seal. And Samurai coming in as an extra DZ. All right, so let's go. Busy can come in for Craven. Joe coming in for Julia. Amy coming in for Dimes. Going on the boat. Starting out with a pet repel and a seal, Amy. Look at that. Pretty good shape to start. Animals coming in for Julia. Sorry, Joe. You're up into DZ right now, so you'll have to walk back down if you want to hit that wall, if you want to be a true bomber. Because your bomber is climbing around. Sheila coming in as a defender. And Dow coming in as a defender as well. All right, so Dow and Sheila would be the defenders, but Animal's a bomber, but Animal's up there. All right. So what happens in round number 3, everybody? Anybody want to help me out? Something very particular. All right, Moonshot, who came in from Cat, loses his seal. Animal, who came in for Julia, loses his pet repel. Julie J came in for Ron, loses her seal. Anybody in an elevated area loses their seals. This is important. Altitude kicks in first. All right. Team Slark, will you be playing the squid or killing the squid this round? Up to you. All right, they're going to play it, and then they can just let me know on whose turn they want to play it. All right, so start of Busy's turn. Busy, you're out of the dungeon, and it's your move. Go Busy and then Kel. And again, you guys can use your cyborg anytime you want this round, and you can go into the squid grid anytime you want this round. And once the tanks get knocked out of their boats, the boats go away. So you can let them drive around, do whatever they want, or you can move them out. No, she's not, Ron. I don't see her. Now keep in mind, Monday night, there's not going to be 30 people on the field. So it'll certainly be a lot more organized. All right, Busy going to go gold Rocky. Seal and S8 Nebula to the wall. Gold blue for Moon. All right, using a gold blue. Going to drop Busy down to 90%. All right, Kel, you're up. Don't forget you got stasis, Kel. Who came in for Valar? Sheila, you came in for Valar, right? You got stasis too. All right. Kel is going to play Cyrus for a Wrecking Ball effect. He's already at the temple. Going to send a max seal over to Moon. And M7 lithium loaded. All right, Wrecking Ball is going to go 1, 2, 3. All right, now we got a M7 lithium loaded. Who likes Wrecking Ball? I mean, come on. That is a nice setup. Because I'm going to tell you, if you guys didn't have a prevention, luckily Dow came in, but if the starters were still in, she probably would have just finished the wall. Joe, you don't need to evoke it. You already got tank page 1. That would have been epic, though. Wrecking Wall would have taken 3 blocks down. The M7 lithium would have barely teardropped the wall, gotten rid of it, and then more than likely, we would be talking a brand new wall. All right, Dow shutting it down. All right, let's go from Dow over to the Animal. Animal, you're up. And Joe, you can still move. You just happen to start out up here in the DZ because you're replacing someone that was up there. All right, so Team Mox cannot use another Cyborg until round 4. Team Slark still gets to play the Squid Grid when they want. And they also have to use the Cyborg this round. And next round, you guys can shake the tree if you want. The rewards from Shake the Tree, also, if you match, are a Psycho, a Blue, 2 blocks, or a Rage Face. And if you match 2 of those, you get a free Frantic 5 upgrade onto your move. So those are the 4 different matches that you can possibly match. Now, you're picking 4. There's a chance you could get one of each and you might not match anything, but the odds are you're going to match something. So 2 blocks, a blue, a psycho, or a rage face is a Frantic 5 added onto your move. That will carry over, by the way. If you get the rage face, that'll carry over into round 5 because you can't attack. But that's a nice way to start out round 5, right? Already enraged. And if you get rage face, you're just going to have like one of these as a hat. That'll be you. So they know that you're on fire in round 5. All right, animal. Going to head to the temple. Going to drop seal. Good move, Joe. And Joe and a boss to Main Street. Yep. Because you're capping. How do you want to light that straw man, though, with what? All right, so on Joe's turn, Julia's boss caps. Let's put these guys up here. I got to get used to where everybody is on the map, too. All right, so that's going to be 1 boss is going to cap. And that's going to be a 63 and a 50. First flag of the night. And then Joe playing a boss on Main Street in 3. We cap in 5. And Joe, you're going to attack the straw man, but what are you going to attack the straw man with? A shot or a grenade? All right. So Moonshot, he's going to shoot it. Standard ammo, red gel. Hits. All right. Joe going to light that straw man back up. All right, let's go to Football Master. Football Master in the battleship. You guys think about that avatar? Pretty crazy, huh? All right. Football, you can always leave the boat if you want. It's up to you. You just happen to start there. All right, he's going to go boss to their chest. All right, so on Football Master's turn, we got a lot of Kangs that are going to cap here. Looks like 4 of them. And it is a 50, a 63, a 63, and a 63. Team Mox getting their first flag of the night. Football's going to play another one. So he's playing a ball. His ball starts at 90% health. Playing in 3, caps in 5. Going to drop a seal. And M7 Cata. Team Slark, Football Master throwing M7 Cata. What do you think? Your psychos have been used. Your psycho is here. And the other one is here. And the other team psychos are down here by busy because they haven't been used yet. They're on 2 rocks down at the bottom. Over here. All right. Shaman Tank is going to stop Football Master's grenade. M7 Cat is shut down. All right, sorry, Football. And that was going to be an M9 because he gets the 2-point enrage from the boat, the battleship. All right, let's go over to Bomber Bones. Bones, Sheila, then Dow will be on the Team Slark. So Bomber Bones, you're going to cap a boss. That's going to give you flag number 2. You're still in the boat. Or battleship, sorry. Team Slark still gets to decide when they want to use the squid grid, and they still have a cyborg this round. Now, when you guys play on Monday, obviously you only have 1 cyborg each if nobody disables it, and it can be used in 3 or 4. Just gives you a little bit more versatility, gives you a little bit more time to time your move right. All right, Bones is going to Gronk Football's boss. It started at 90 automatically, and she just gronked it down to 40%. And she's going to send a boss to their chest. All right, that is game-changing, right? So Bones playing boss in 3, will cap in 5. And we just saw the boss spike. With a mere smoke to Football's boss. It's a good move. All right, let's go from Bones Over to Julie J. No more cyborgs this round, but you guys can see the first two pretty beast, right? 3 blue blocks in one, 50% of a boss that had already taken 10% on the other one. Cyborgs are going to make you think. You're going to think you got control of a game, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, where did that come from? You're going to have to play the game start to finish because it can change in a hurry. And Dimes, I forgot to give you a cannonball earlier, by the way. Dimes got a cannonball for occupying the battleship. All right, we need Julie J. After Julie J, we got Shaman Tank, Moonshot, Dow, and Samurai. Gonna blitz Kel Stasis, drop Seal, and a Cadet to Strawman. All right, who played the Stasis on Kel? That was Craven, right? Craven, what color is your Stasis? Is it standard? All right, so red Stasis should put it at H10, and Blitz will kill red Stasis. So she's good. All right, so Kel Stasis is dead. Julie J taking 10, taking her down to 90. And the Cadet, Team Slark, does the Cadet hit? Had it been a gold Stasis, Blitz would not have killed it. Just so you guys know. So pay attention to the level and whether or not you want to upgrade your Blitz. Depending on who plays it, who attacks it, it's all going to matter. All right, it's Julie J's move. Let's go to Shaman Tank. Shaman Tank. You've got stasis on you. And she is going to, oh yeah, going down to activate Doomsday. Now that, everybody, is a combo shot. That is one of the best setups we've seen. A boss spike to a mirror smoke to an unpreventable Doomsday Football Master. Your boss is Sauce. And Shaman Sheila did activate the Doomsday, which means she also gets a ruffled feather for killing the boss. If the cyborg would have killed the boss, she would not have gotten a ruffled feather. But she made the move and the attack, so she also gets the first ruffled feather of the game, so that's bonus points. $25 bonus points for the Shaman. And a boss kill. All right, let's go from Shaman over to Moonshot. Now, in a live game, somebody might have disabled that cyborg. So you don't know. Mythic Benny. Huh? All right. Mythic Benny, Mirror Smoke, F5D9. Oh boy. Moonshot ain't playing. All right, Mirror Smoke is not resolved. So he's going to go Mythic Benny and a F5D9 to Joe's boss. All right, I lost my Mythic Bennies. All right, this is Mythic Benny attacking right here. All right, what is Joe preventing? The Mythic Benny or the shot? All right, the D9. Smart. All right, so they're preventing the shot because the Mirror Smoke is not resolved. Mythic Benny is going to hit Joe's boss. Good. And he doesn't have the 90%, so Mythic Benny's going to take Joe's boss down to 86%. All right, let's go from Moonshot over to Dow. All right, Dow's going to squid Football Master. All right. Dow and Football Master going to the squid grid. All right, Dow. This is going to be really quick. Each of you guys are getting 15 seconds. Now, if you don't get at least 3, type in chat, everybody. Tell me what happens if one of these guys do not get at least 3 in the squid grid. %50 damage. So 3 is your safety net. So if you mess up, that's on you. All right, Dow. All right, well, actually, yes. Actually, that is correct. So, Dow is going squid grid. And Moon, you guys get to pick who's going squid grid. So Dow just announces squid grid, and then the other team gets to pick who the opponent's going to be. We did change that because we wanted the best of the best to step into the squid grid, the people that actually want to do it. That way you can't just throw somebody in there. All right. Going to be Dow versus Samurai. All right, with that being said, now, hold on a second, though. All right, you still get the home field advantage, though. You still get the extra 5 seconds in the squid grid. So Dow will get 20. Riley will get 15. So there's still pressure on the other team. And you would get your halt. So I'm going to give each person 1 second of halt. So Riley will get 16. Dow is going to get 21. So Riley, are you ready? If you're ready, give me a 999, and I'll tell you the 8 things you need to find. All right. And you need at least 3. All right, so Samurai, find a dart, a blimp, a dartboard, a fly swatter, a squid, a grenade, stasis, and a smiley face. Again, dart, blimp, dartboard, fly swatter, squid, grenade, stasis, and a smiley face. 1,000, go. 14, 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We need an answer. That's it. All right, let's see if she gets it. She said 5126. All right. Five, 1, 2, 6. Did she get at least 3? All right. Hold on. I need my arrow. All right. A dart, 5. A blimp, 1. A dartboard, 2. And a fly swatter, 6. She did. She got 4. So we know she got at least 100 points. Now, question is, the pressure is on Dow now. Does he go for 7 or 8 and make the squid grid worthwhile? Didn't cost him anything to do it. But if he messes up, if he goes too fast, too risky, and doesn't get at least 3, he's taking 50% damage, and then he may have to heal himself his turn, which could take him out of his turn. Now, the only question is, and I'm going to think about this over the weekend, is whether or not we want the squid grid to be 4. I was going back and forth between 3 and 4, 3 and 4, because 4 does seem like a little more pressure, doesn't it? I mean, as good as Riley is, she barely got 4. That might up the stakes a little bit, because you know what? I mean, it's going to be the best anyway. Why not put the pressure on your truly best players? All right, I will talk to the competition committee tomorrow, and we'll decide whether it's going to be 3 or whether it's going to be 4. Between the best of the best. All right. Anyway, it'll certainly make it a challenge, but it's already going to be a challenge because it's the best player. So let's see how Dow does with it. All right, Dow, here's what you need to find. You need to find a hand grenade, a shovel, a ladybug, a crown, a pizza, a wanted poster, a squid, and a baseball cap. You're going to have 21 seconds. Good luck. 1,000. Go. 17. 13. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Give me the numbers, Dow. What do you have? All right. He says 4, 1, 6, 2, 5, 2, 5, and 6. All right, let's see. The grenade. Let me get the arrow again. He put a lot of numbers in there. Now we're going to see how many of them are right. All right. And again, 4, 1, 6, 2, 5, 2, 5, and 6. Grenade is 4. He's correct. Shovel is 1. That was a hard one. Correct. Ladybug is 6. That's correct. Crown is 2. Pizza is 5. Wanted poster is 2. Squid is 6. Not correct. And baseball cap is 3. Not correct. Dow getting 6. Now I got to tell you, that wasn't bad. So Riley getting 100. Dow getting 150. And again, we're going to have the best of the best square off. So with Squid Grid, like Moonshot said, you say, hey, I'm going in. The other team's like, well, we're sending in our best. So that way people that don't really want to go don't have to go. So I would say start to talk about it and see either who wants to go or who's going to be your Squid champion, because you're going to be playing for a Max Award. Both did really well, but Dow's still able to get 50 extra points. That's important at the end of a match. And what if somebody screws up and then they set themselves up for a shot? All right, so Dow, now let's go to your move. So you got a free Squid Grid, now you're up. Every time we make a modification to Squid Grid, I like it more and more. Like I really think it's turned into a game of skill, where Shell Shocked was a lot of luck. Had some skill, who you set up, but now with Squid Grid, being able to practice that, being able to get a player, that's their specialty. These guys get so good, we might even have to go beyond 8 numbers. All right, I'm not sure what you're trying to do with Joe's boss. Okay. I mean, you can't talon yourself either. So now I'm definitely not sure what you're trying to do. You think Talon is like your own personal helicopter. All right. Just move then. That makes it a lot easier. All right, he's going to move to Joe's boss. All right, to unholy the mere smoke. And you can unholy it because Moon just played before you. So it's not yet resolved. To create the bubble. And he's going to shoot Riley, and it hits. All right, so we're going to take Samurai. Down to 1,200 base. All right, so no Talon. Just going to move Unholy and shoot Samurai. All right, Samurai, you're up. Final move of round 3. All right, Samurai going to send boss to their chest. Boss in 3, cap in 5. And drop Seal. All right. So we got S6 Lithium to the wall. Hits or stop it. And Dow wants to move half the damage to Samurai's boss. All right. So the S6 Lithium hits and deals damage. The reason I know it deals damage is because Dow played Pain. So even if they had a prevention. All right. So you guys are just throwing a whole bunch of stuff up there right now, which is probably not the best thing to do. All right, 1, if this was a match, you guys would be all over the place with your legendaries. So, number 1, Riley's throwing a grenade at a wall. Dow is making the assumption it's going to hit. It's fine, you don't have to. So Joe is going to evoke it. So he's going to cut the damage in half. Then Dow is going to take half of the half damage and redirect it at Riley's boss. Now the question, Riley, at this point is, do you want to intervene 25% of your damage that you're originally throwing that's going to go to your boss? You may still want to, but that would be how we'd sort it out. The grenade would hit. Joe would evoke it to lower the damage. Dow would redirect half of it. And then Riley's like, I'm not even going to deal with it because you guys are nerfing your own attacks. All right. Okay, so when the grenade hits, here's what happens. It's equivalent to an E3. Now, this one was a teardrop. Teardrop is gone, but any damage is getting rid of that red block. So red block is gone, another red block is gone, and 25% of a red block is gone. So basically got 1 1/4 because the other one was free. So there's 1 3/4 left. Now, Dow's Pain is going to go to Samurai's boss, which is going to take it from 100, actually 90%, because it's taken to 10%, because we are in the Sly Swamp. Woo, that's painful, isn't it? It's going to take it from 90% down to 80%. So 10% is the redirected grenade damage. All right, at the end of Samurai's turn, Animal getting a blessing. And Kel getting a blessing. All right. At the end of the round, we would have Julie J still up here and Moonshot up here. Everybody else seems to have left the DZ. So that would have been free 75 points and you guys wouldn't have even noticed. So 75-0. And we would give Moonshot 1 point. And we'd give Julie J 1 point. So far in the DZ, Kat, Ron, Julie J, Moon, and Julia. All 5 would be splitting the points. All right, let's get a couple more turns in. Busy Bee, you're up. Cyborgs are back. Gonna go Kang, the Father Animal's boss. All right, Busy Bee playing Kang. Be worth 45. Go Tigress to Joe's boss. Create a little bubble nerf to reduce that damage a little bit. And Busy and Rocky Thrill, Arc Spark Carnage loaded. Ooh, the Samurai's boss. So you got double Carnage with Thrill and Arc Spark equivalent to an E2. So 2 E2 Carnages coming in, Moonshot. All right. They're going to use one blue. And one Carnage. Shake the tree means that any player can use their turn to go shake the tree. If it is a tank, they can shake the tree and play a pet. That's all you can do. So you have to give up your turn. If you're a non-tank, your whole turn. You can get a blue, you can get a psycho, you can get a rage face, which you carry over into next turn. Or you get 2 blocks. The person, they don't have to be in the TZ, the person that is in the game as a tank. So I think that would be football and bones. Football and bones. All right, so we're going to redirect that Carnage. Carnage with juice on it, Moon, not quite taking it down. Taken down to 75, also another 75. You got 50% of a red block remaining. All right, so busy. One of yours is stopped, and the other one is Judas to take down most of that wall. All right, let's go from busy over to Kel. All right. Kel going with a double shot here. This is a good move if it gets through. Mythic Torrent to Straw Man. Going to light a Straw Man. S6 Lithium. Just in case somebody wants to evoke it. It's 50% of a red wall. The evoke is not going to do anything to it. All right. The lithium is going to take down the last 50% of that block. All right, we're going to rebuild it. Now, Craven, if there's anything else that you plan on doing, you can type that now before I do all of this. Okay. All right. We're going to rebuild it, and we're going to spread that flame. And we're going to give them their first block. All right, let's go to Joe. All right, going to Fear Smoke Kel. All right, let's go to football. Blaze Strawman, S8 Freedom loaded to the wall with Ignite. Julie J is going to Phantom Cape the Fear Smoke. Hits, S8 Freedom loaded to the wall. Black, green, and green. Bones, you're up. Gonna go red Kang to Joe's boss. Could be worth 50. All right. She started out as the tank. So, she's leaving the battleship. Keeps her buffs. The ship is no longer in play by anyone. And she can play the pet because she was the tank. All right, let's shake that tree, Bones. Bones, give me 4 numbers, any 4 numbers. Except for number 5. Number 5's off limits. If she matches any 2, she gets it. If she gets 2 matches, she gets to pick which one she wants. If she doesn't get any matches, oh well. She didn't pick very well. 1, 2, 4, and 8. 1, 2, 4. Oh no! Amy, don't tell me you're not going to get a match at all. Oh, she got a blue. All right. Getting a blue back. And there is the rage face. All right. All right. Team Slark getting a blue back. Very important. And able to play a pet. Very good. All right. Let's go from Bones over to Julie J. They needed that. Now it's 1 blue to 1. 1 to 1. Strategic play there. All right, JJ. Gonna steal that boat. You're not in arc water, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to do regular boat damage. So 1 damage, 1 rebuild. And all the way over there. Look at that. Going to take down a blue block. And on the next turn, it'll rebuild 1 if 1 is gone. Right now, doesn't look like it. All right. So they're going to back that up, Julie J. So we rewind it. We're going to put that block back. Never happened. And she's going to play a pet instead. She was expecting it. And they're going to spread the blaze over to straw man number 4. All right, so we get to see Cyborg Dolly rewind time. Now, the cool thing about that is she won't be able to release a boat at all because we skip her turn. All right, let's go from Julie J over to Shaman. Shaman Tank. If items were used, they would still be available to use later. It just rewinds the turn. Got Shaman, Moon, Dow, and Samurai. All right, going to go Red Tang to Joe's boss. Could be worth 28. S8 Cadet to the wall, prevention. All right, Moonshot, your move. Moon, Dow, and Samurai. All right, going to go Cyborg Fly. Animal. Going to be picked up. Stuck in the water. Won't hurt you because it is your home field water, but still you are in the water. And Dow, we're going to put you in the water out here. Going to go Red Kang to Rowley's boss. Could be worth 50. You are stuck there. That is correct. And we're going to light a straw man. All right, let's go to Dow. Dow, your move. Dow stuck at the top and animal stuck at the bottom. Kel, your lithium took out one of the walls, and I didn't give you the gold bars, so I'm going to give you gold bars. Your player control points. Kel happy to play her first ever intervene. How's that for excitement? All right, Vines to Julie J. Going to break her seal. So what are you intervening? You intervening the Grizz or the blue gel, by the way? She's like, intervene. Didn't even tell me what you want to intervene. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's your target, Dow? All right, both to Julie J. All right, so let's put out one of these straw men. Kel going to intervene the vine damage, which is going to leave the seal, and then the Grizz will break the seal. All right, let's go to Samurai. Samurai, final move of the first half. All right, she's heading over to the temple. Gonna send Red Kang to her boss. Could be worth 50. M7 lithium to the wall. All right, M7 lithium gonna give us blue, 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 25 red. All right, and that, everybody, is where we conclude our game. We are going to cap anything that is outstanding. So we'll start out with 2 more Kangs. For Mir. $63 and $50. All right, give Mir their second flag. All right, we'll give Team Slark 2 more flags to give them 4. They also capped three more Kang Tang combos. 28, 50, and a 50. Blessings. We'll give 1 more blessing to Team Mox. So that's going to give us 3 more red walls, 3 more red blocks. And for Team Slark, they get a black, a green, and a green. DZ points, 75 more to 0. Also, Julie J and Moonshot now controlling for 2 rounds each, which means they are the top 2. And Strawman, new Strawman points, only 25. 25 to 0. All right. Give me a couple minutes and I'll give you guys a ballpark where we ended up with tonight's game. All right, everybody, we are back with our first ever ISLES All-Star game. And to give you guys just a real quick overview of how the scoring went. I don't think I missed anything, but we'll see. Because keep in mind, when Kel took down that wall, that gold bar is worth 50. Those cannonballs are worth 25. Ruffled feathers, 25. But the big thing here was the DZ. DZ, big points. So you'll see how this worked out. Start out with the flags. Team Slark had a great flag game. They took down 4 flags. That's a total of 800 points. Team Mox, not so much on the flags, and one of their bosses got Gronk spiked. 350, so that's a big difference. That is a 450 difference. But then we went over to the Kang Stang Tang game. 352 points for Team Mox because they had a lot of 63s. 241 for Team Slark. So a slight advantage, cut into the difference a little bit. Wall game. Wall game was not even close. Wall game, you've got 25 points for Team Slark. 550 points for Team Mox. The walls are back, baby. Look at the wall game. And that wasn't all that was back. How about the DZ and player control points? The DZ, Team Mox, 175 points because they got a 75, a 75, and a 25. It was blacked out one time to 0. So that 175 was huge. But then if we look at player control points, they also were able to get 150 bonus points. Moonshot and Julie J splitting 150 points. That's 150 total points extra that went in. That's the same thing as a dungeon. So watch yourselves. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. If you don't watch that DZ, the DZ will overwhelm you. We go over to cannonballs. Cannonballs, 25-25. Walls, Kel got 50 points off of the gold bar. We also got a ruffled feather for Shaman Sheila. My grand total tonight looks like Team Mox, 1,702. Team Slark, 1,316. A very divisive victory for the team that took a little bit of straw man, a little bit of walls, and a lot of DZ. So that's the way it works, guys. I did count the dungeon. You got 200 for the dungeon, too. So you guys got 800 in flags, 241 in Kangs, 200 for the dungeon, 25 for cannonballs, 25 for ruffled feathers, and 50 for something else. I can't read my writing, but that's it. And 25 for walls. Even with the dungeon, that Mirror Vox combo, deadly. All right, I did promise an extra bonus, and you know what? Believe it or not, these two teams need it worse than everybody else. So I am giving Team Vox and Team Mirror 600 faction XP. Slark, 0. So that'll help you guys level up your factions a little bit more. 600 faction XP for both Mirror and Vox. So that's equivalent to a couple wicked relics and a couple of your own relics. So that's what faction's all about. It's about earning some faction XP, and you guys played hard tonight. So a lot to process, right? But a lot of fun. So here's a question. Did you guys learn some things tonight? Because that's what's important. The game flow is going to be much, much faster when there's strategies, when you guys kind of know what you're going to do, when you know what you're going to play. So don't worry too much. It took us a little bit longer to get through the first half because you guys are going to coordinate a lot better. But you guys saw some good stuff. You saw home field advantage. So you know when you go into Sly, look, it doesn't mean they're going to kill every boss, but the fear of you starting out 90% with your bosses is a big deal. You go into Vox, those bosses are 110, so it's going to take a little bit more. So use the environment. Don't obsess over it, but use the environment to play into your gameplay. All right, well, Team Vox, you got to see it tonight. Team Sly, you got to get a little bit more comfortable. Everybody knows what they need to do. And I'm going to let you guys go because I got to get some rest. I'm going to be up super, super early, getting all of your inventory done. Great job tonight, everybody. One of our most extensive play tests we've ever done. And I will let you guys know sometime tomorrow whether or not we're going to up the squid grid to 4. So other than that, I think we're good to go. But that could be the only thing to give you guys some news. It'll either be 3 or 4. Great challenges tonight. Way to keep everybody focused. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun. You got to really dig in and play hard. So be ready. Fox, Sly, Monday night. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Do not send any upgrades, but everything in tonight's bundle will be in your inventory as well. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Peace.